A lot of people think that we are horrible environmentalists. But even just working at Capstone, like they have that whole department and they make sure that like nothing gets by. And a lot of people, and it's always the people who drive electric cars. They're like, you just kind of, you just hate the environment. You're just blowing up the earth. And I'm like, well, there's a giant lithium battery sitting in your car that came from blowing up the earth.
Warning, explicit content. This material may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised.
Work all day. Nothing comes free. Gotta find a way. Gotta be willing to go put in some elbow grease. Cause you know nothing that you get in this life comes free. Gotta work all day. Gotta pay these bills, ain't no time to waste.
Hello, miners. Hello, podcast listeners. Welcome into Mining Minds. Welcome into the San
Xavier.
Okay. Welcome into the San Javier Mine Laboratory here.
We're actually at the face.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The real face.
Sitting at the face with my man, Dino Brunson.
Yo.
And we have the privilege and opportunity to sit down with Mia Crawford. She is the student safety manager for the University of Arizona.
I am.
And she has blessed us to hang out with us and kick it and have a good time while we're sitting here.
So excited.
I'm going to dive right in. How did you accept or how did you get the position of student safety manager?
So we're going to go back into like my 20 years story real quick.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start from where you were born.
So I was born here in Tucson, Arizona, born and raised. I was raised by a developmental pediatrician and a mining engineer.
Ooh, interesting combo.
Yes. So the funny little context was my dad graduated from here, University of Arizona, mining engineering, in 2005, and he was also the student safety manager here in 2005.
Cool. So no pressure.
Oh no, not at all. You know, I can't let the Crawford name go to waste.
Hey, you got some legacy behind you. That's good.
I do. It's scary. There's so much high expectations.
Do you ever call on him for some advice?
He like over-explains things sometimes.
It's a new generation, man.
Yeah, and so sometimes, you know, there are moments where I'm like, I probably could have used the over-explaining. And other moments, he was very into like me learning things on my own, kind of thing. Taught me to be very independent. So sometimes he'd be like, you just got to figure out yourself.
I like that. That's a good mentor right
What
there.
did Mom think?
Mom was a little surprised that I went into mining engineering too, because growing up when he would kind of go on about his rocks or he'd bring home his core, he worked up in Morenci and a couple other places here in Arizona, I would be like, yeah, you're just full of it.
You're a dork, Dad.
Yes, exactly.
But at the end of the day, it was like, yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, and then I kind of really got into it when I entered high school and I had a project to do my junior year, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do my project on not only mining in southern Arizona, but resolution copper.
Oh, cool.
And I got really into it, and everyone's like, that's not going to work, don't do it. Oh, it worked.
So tell us something
yeah.
about resolution copper that not a lot of people maybe know.
There's apparently a lot of water down there. It's really hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
Yeah.
pretty hot.
Well, I think that's well known now, right?
Yes. You know, and it's really interesting to also see like on the news kind of like when I was researching it and they still hadn't gotten like the land yet. And they're still going through all of that too. So it's been interesting to kind of keep up on it. It's like my little like passion project.
Yeah, 100%.
So from your perspective though, being I would say fresh into the industry.
Yes.
And what you see on the news, do you think that translates to what's really happening in real life on the ground?
Not at all. I mean, definitely there's some things you'll see on the news, but even like now, like keeping an eye out on like gold prices, copper prices, I mean, that's keep an eye out, but no matter what, we still need it.
Yeah.
And we still use it every day. I mean, when people like ask about it, I'm like, well, if you have that big of an issue with it, give me your phone because there's copper in that phone of yours.
Yeah, that I thought about that when we were talking to Scott earlier. It was like, one solution, okay, give me your phone. You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
Go to timeout. Because that's what happens,
exactly.
right? It's like the education piece behind it is again, the hardest part
Yeah.
of explaining to people that these are minerals that we need.
Yeah, exactly.
We jumped right into this, and
Yeah.
I'm going to take us a step
Let's
back
do it.
because I want to learn about little you. What did you do? I mean, how were you as a kid? Were you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 younger brothers.
Okay.
So
you're the oldest.
I am.
You're the caretaker.
Oh, definitely. So I'm the only girl. But
Spoiled.
By dad.
definitely by dad.
Yeah.
100%. But I love those 2 little boys.
Heck yeah.
Those 2 little boys are like my heart and my soul. We have a big age gap. So they're both in elementary school. One's in upper elementary. The other one's in 1st grade.
Okay.
I just love those 2.
Just the
Heck yeah.
cutest little things, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Until they come in your
they
room.
can be exactly. They can be little monsters, but I adore them. So they're my heart and my soul.
So then you kind of grew up as only child.
I did. My parents are overeducated, and so as the first, and as someone who kind of showed a little bit of interest in like intellectual things, I grew up learning Mandarin Chinese.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so I was in school 6 days a week, all throughout my school career.
Can you say, Grover, you look fabulous in Mandarin real quick?
Oh gosh, my tone is so bad. I can do a little 你好，我叫 Mia，你叫什么名字? Which is hello, my name is Mia. What's your name?
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, when did you
Meanwhile-
use that in Tucson?
What's up?
I said, when did you use that in Tucson?
Oh,
or
you know
did
what?
you guys travel quite a bit?
No, so I'm not a big traveler. You know, I've actually used it quite a bit. Before I got into this, I used to work at a grocery store. And so surprisingly, you have customers who of, you know, Asian backgrounds, and they don't know how to speak English. And so a lot of them don't anticipate that someone's going to know how to help them.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of that little translator, and it happened more often than you'd think. So it was a really, I didn't know it as a kid when I was learning it, but then when I kind of made it into college, I was like, wow, this is actually really
Yeah.
useful in really odd places that you wouldn't imagine.
Well, does your brain have to switch from English to Mandarin, or does it just flow?
So sometimes, like, if I get stuck on an English word, I know how to say it in Chinese, but I can't get it out in English.
Oh.
So I actually learned Chinese grammar first before I learned, like, English grammar structure, because I was so little. I started when I was really little.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I sometimes will get confused on Chinese and English grammar structures, and I'll be like, wait.
So English is your second language.
Kind of.
technically.
Technically. Writing-wise, yes.
Okay.
Do you know why Mom and Dad pushed you or showed you or give you the opportunity to speak Chinese first?
Oh, God, I have no idea, because neither of them don't speak Chinese. My dad spoke a little bit of Spanish. My mom's from New York, so they don't have that kind of, like, immersion that we do here.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, I
Well,
have no
what
idea.
What a cool thing, though.
They tested out, like, is she going to be intellectual or not? And they
Yeah,
found out
they
you
really
were.
tested the waters. They made sure that, like, if they were going to do this, they were going to throw me in the deep end. And so, yeah, I graduated from Chinese school before I graduated from actual high school. So, yeah, it's really interesting.
Wow.
How do you graduate from Chinese school? What does
They
that
have
mean?
a very similar, like, school structure to
Okay.
us. Where I was, they put you in you start in preschool, and then you go all the way to 12th grade. I was fortunate enough to be able to do, like, 2 grades in 1 year. So I was able to kind of skip through a couple years.
Yeah.
And then I did it when I entered college, too.
That is super
Yeah.
cool. So you would go to school
Yes.
and learn Chinese, but then you would come home and be English.
Yep,
So,
all English.
So it's almost like you're switching. You go to a
Yes.
full shift, basically. And once you
Yes.
get off your shift, you're trying to speak English now.
Exactly. So it was really difficult, but I'm glad I learned how to do it. I would kind of study or, like, train myself with writing flashcards of common, like, words and phrases. And so I was cleaning out my bedroom in my parents' house, and I found the bucket where all of them in, and I was just kind of bored, and I counted them all. I had over, like, 4,000
Holy
flashcards. And that was just maybe high school range.
Wow.
Because I got rid of all of elementary school and middle school when I needed the space for high school.
Wow. You don't know why they decided, hey, we want to send
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, I just remember one time going to summer camp. I don't know why they sent me to summer camp. I was the kind of kid, I was like, I want to go. I was very tomboyish growing up. I was really into
Hey,
trains.
let's call it right. Yeah, you were daddy's little girl.
Yes.
That was it.
He's got one.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my! my foundation was built, I mean, by both of them, but very mainly dad. I mean, I'm very, very dad.
Cool. That's very
So
cool.
why do you think that is? Like at a young age, obviously you got experienced in mining through dad,
Yes,
but you didn't necessarily like
I did not.
what he was doing.
I had no form of interest in it.
Interesting.
Yes.
So walk us through that. So you grew up here in Tucson,
Yes.
and you didn't play sports
I played ice hockey.
Oh,
in
dude.
Tucson. The
Tucson,
story gets
Arizona.
even crazier.
Yes. In Tucson, Arizona, I played ice hockey. That was the only sport I ever played.
I'm so glad we sat down with you. This
Okay,
is
good. Oh my God, I'm so glad.
no, that is cool. But you went through high school as in Chinese school too?
Yeah, so I went to your typical Tucson Unified Public Schools Monday through Friday, and then every Sunday I would start in the morning, I'd get up,
Okay.
and I would go to Chinese all day.
Okay.
It was all day Sunday. And then,
Your Sunday school.
yes,
Yeah.
very different kind of Sunday school.
Yeah.
You must have had a lot of energy as a kid.
Surprisingly, I was very quiet.
Really?
I was a very quiet kid. I liked to just kind of read my books and just hang out in my room. I wasn't really chatty until I went into high school.
So when did you get a phone?
So that's a really funny story. I got a phone when I was 11, mainly because I was a bus rider, and so
Is that a gang?
Like Rough Rider.
Some days
Tucson,
it felt like
Arizona,
it.
bro.
I hated riding the bus. Let me tell you that. I had just bad memories of the bus, but I rode the bus and I had to walk home by myself, and so my parents wanted a way that, like, in case something happens,
Yeah.
I could reach them. But it's always so funny because they're like, "Wow, you were so young." I didn't have any form of social media until I was maybe 16 years old.
No kidding.
Probably healthy.
Yes,
Oh,
you know,
100%.
I'm not a very big, like, game player either.
Yeah.
So my phone was just kind of like, I got to call mom and dad. And it's still the same to this day. I'll kind of scroll, but not very much. Mainly, I just call my mom.
Yeah. You use it for what it's intended for.
Yes.
You're like,
Yeah,
about
no,
this other nonsense.
If I get bored, I'll call mom and I'll just chat with mom. And 9 times out of 10 she'll be like, "Mia, I'm with a patient." I'm like, "But I'm your daughter, so you have to answer the phone."
Fine, I'll call dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so you got through high school, and somewhere in there you decided, hey, I'm going to go to college. How did you decide what you were going to do in college?
So this story's about to get a little sad.
Uh-oh.
But my dad actually passed away in May of 2022. I was a sophomore in college. No, I'm a sophomore in college now. I was a sophomore in high school, and there was kind of a point where I had missed listening to him talk about rocks. And so there came a point my junior year where I just kind of missed it so much that I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into it, and I'm going to explore it. I have an opportunity with this project that I have to do for an English class of all things. It was so funny. And I just fell in love with it. I got to interview people. I interviewed Patrick Gorman with AECOM. I interviewed one of AZEQ's like environmental safety, like in their mining department, which was super cool. And then I worked at Capstone Copper last year, and I got to do a tour of Resolution Copper, and it kind of came full circle. And that's when I was like, I'm in the right place.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Dude, talk about a path to be on.
Yes.
Similar story that I want to share. That's one of the reasons we have our podcast. It's a tribute to our dad. He passed away in
That's wonderful.
2005 at a mine in Santiago, Chile.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, long story. We'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
it's just crazy how life's path leads you to where you're supposed to be. And
Yeah.
good on you for going, you know what? These are memories that I have, and I want to dive in.
Exactly. I was like, there are moments where I'm like, I probably should have listened a little bit more. The would have, could have, should have. Especially when I'm working on my homework and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can tell you how to measure a pre-split, but we get to burden and spacing, and I'm like, I'm gonna have somebody else do that.
It all goes with vibration too, so
Yeah.
it gets tough.
It just kind of just leaves the mind.
What a cool thing, though, because you're into an industry now that you get to basically carry on your dad's legacy with
I
you.
do.
And that's something special to be able to do.
It did. I carry it with me every day. Everything that I kind of do here, I think of Matt Crawford. I channel my inner Matt. And so it's just, honestly, it's an honor to kind of carry that. Just hearing people, even just here, I met a group of people who were on the mucking alumni team with my dad when he was here in college, and just the amount of stories and the amount of good things and the kind of legacy that he left, that his story was cut short, but I get to start the next chapter. It's such a huge honor.
Yeah, you got to continue that legacy.
I do. I mean, it's a really hard legacy to hold, because of just how fantastic he was at his job. But that's why I got to channel my inner Matt, you know.
Sure.
And he did things with such grace that, like, I grew up a hockey player. We've got dirty mouths. We've got some dirty mouths. And so, you know, my dad always just kind of, he had his home and then he had his business.
Mm-hmm.
And he never let that get in between his family,
Yep.
which I think is something that takes so much grace and skill and grit. And so, like, I try and do that too, where I'm like, okay, like, I might have had a rough day here, but, you know, I still got to go home. I still got to make that separation.
Well, I was just thinking, as we're sitting here talking, those long-winded lessons or those conversations, while you might not remember every piece of it, it absolutely sticking with you some way, shape, 100%. Or form. And it might be even subconsciously going, oh, shit, I get this a little bit more than I do. Somebody's looking out for me.
Am I allowed to cuss on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're explicit here, girl.
Yeah.
We're good.
You listened to the beginning of it, right?
I always got to be careful. Like, I work 3 jobs, and so, like, there are some jobs where I can just say what I want to say.
Yeah.
And other jobs where I'm like, oh, I'm with a customer, I cannot say that.
So let's talk about these 3 jobs. Not only are you into an industry and dove in to continue the legacy.
Yes.
But it sounds like you're supporting yourself as you're doing this.
I am. I pay for everything. I pay my own tuition. I pay my car. I pay my car insurance. That has been purposeful. My mom always kind of has my back if I'm ever in a rut. But, I mean, it teaches you so much about even just yourself. So I work as a front of house staff at one of, in my opinion, the best pizzerias in Tucson, Rocco's Little Chicago. If you ever have time to go, I'd go.
We're going there
Yeah,
today.
we're checking it out.
Rocco's
Little Chicago.
Give this lady a raise, man.
I'm talking about you, Rocco. You better be listening.
Come on, 3 jobs, going to school, taking care of herself. Come on.
And then I also work for the professional hockey team here in Tucson, the Tucson Roadrunners. I'm one of their ice crews. So I skate and I take care of the ice and I do a whole bunch of other fan things. So it's like you got to turn that off quick, especially if I'll come here in the mine on Saturdays and then I got to go over to the arena real quick. I can say whatever I want to fucking say here.
Yeah, but
You can't there.
But I can't there, and I gotta be like very prim and proper, and I'm like,
somebody give me the fucking Zamboni.
there's a fucking crack in the ice. Let's go. Somebody fucking skated too hard. Somebody turned too fucking hard.
Love it.
I didn't even know Tucson had a professional hockey team.
A lot of people don't. It's
Not very good.
I can't say that.
Well, I would say being in the desert,
Yeah,
you
you
wouldn't.
wouldn't-
Yeah, I mean, you'd think all those that kind of sport would be up north.
And especially like, so Arizona used to have a professional hockey team, an NHL team, and they left. And they left to go to Utah, and they haven't been back since. And so it's really interesting seeing the effect of that. But it has grown significantly. They've been here for around 10 years. Another little fun little tidbit about me. I dropped the inaugural puck on their inaugural game.
How cool.
Yes.
How did you get that opportunity?
I have no idea. So I was just, my parents, they allowed me to do so many cool experiences. And one of that cool experiences was I got to sit glass seats on the Roadrunners game, their first ever game. And somebody came up to me and said, you want to drop the puck? We have nobody to drop the puck. And I said, okay, sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hooked.
And my mom has a picture of it. It's her profile picture for me. And I am just beaming, just ear to ear. Because it's hard to find people who enjoy your sport. It's not like football where it's big or like basketball. Like, very far and few between where somebody's been like, oh, I love hockey.
Dude, hockey's so badass, though.
I will say there's a parallel here in this story. Same thing goes for mining.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I guess I just like a lot of really niche things.
Yeah, well, 100%. I mean, I would say that you're an anomaly for sure.
For sure. I got.
What's your third job?
Here. I work
yeah,
here.
duh.
Yeah, Rocco's, the mine.
Rocco's the mine,
yeah,
and the hockey team.
So how do you balance that?
Very difficult to balance. I essentially start my morning bright and early.
9 o'clock.
She was here at 7 today, bro.
I know.
I was actually here at 6 this morning.
Were you?
I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Oh.
So I'm an early riser. I will normally start my day with my homework. I do my homework first, so I don't have that anticipation of like, oh, I need to get this done by tonight. And then my shift at Rocco's, I'll alternate days when I'm here and when I'm at Rocco's. My shift starts 9 a.m. at Rocco's. I work there until 3:30. And then normally hockey will start around 5, and so I got maybe an hour and a half to eat something really quick, and then I go to the rink, and I'm there until around 11.
Holy moly.
And then I do it all over again.
So what about when school happens and when you have this going on?
When school happens, luckily when my classes are, Rocco's is closed.
Oh, perfect.
So my classes are in the afternoon, so I'll come here in the morning, maybe when it's not so hot, and then I'll leave and I'll go to my class. I actually had a really interesting day a couple weeks ago where I worked all 3 jobs and still managed to make it to class.
Oh, Jesus.
So I just got up really early. I was here, and then I left, and I went to Rocco's, and I went to my class, and then I went to the Roadrunners. You know, we had a late game. It was maybe 7 p.m., and I was exhausted.
School must be really easy for you.
Actually, no.
Okay.
School's really hard. I have a couple of learning disorders, and so it makes it really hard. So I have to try really, really hard to do really well. There are some points where I've struggled, but there comes a point where I'm like, I think it's my anxiety. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to fail. My anxiety kind of is that driving force of I have to do well.
So what do you think causes the anxiety? Is it because you want to carry the legacy on? Is it because you just want to do good?
Both. I mean, my dad was a very smart man. So is my mother. There are so many college degrees and master's degrees. My mom has a doctorate. I can't, drop the legacy. I got to keep it up.
So there's a level of expectation in your own mind that this is who I got to be.
I think I hold myself to a higher expectation than I think my mom does. And I mean, I don't even like when I get a B. And I've always been like that. I mean, I struggled in high school. I mean, there was many things that happened in high school. But once I got to college, and also, like, when you pay for things yourself, it really puts things in a different perspective. Like, I'm putting so much money into this that I can't fail.
Yeah, good on you.
So what about outside of all of that? I mean, do you have outside of all of that? Is there any?
Yeah, like extracurricular
You're not going to any
activities.
frat
Yeah.
You're not a
parties, or-
typical college
I
kid.
do. I am one of the co-ed team members for the U of A mining competition team. And
What events?
all of them, actually.
Really?
Heck yeah.
I do all 6.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, really long days. But it is my kind of breather for the week. We do practice on Wednesday mornings, and 7 a.m. I'm there, and then Saturdays, sometimes work will get kind of thrown in since I'm here. But it's my weekly breather.
What time you go to bed?
If I'm lucky, maybe midnight.
Yeah, so you're running off of 3.5 hours of
Dude,
sleep.
and a dream, baby.
That's right.
And a dream.
I got things to do.
4 cups of coffee.
There are days where I'll get a couple like breaks in between, where I'll just sleep all day.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't mind it. I think my body's kind of adjusted to it. It made working an internship over the summer really easy because I had to drive out, but the road closed to the mine, and so you had to beat traffic. And so I would start my shift at 5 a.m. And so I'd wake up at 3:45. I'd get up, I'd get dressed, I'd brush my teeth, and I'd head out because it was like maybe a 30 to 45 minute drive there, if traffic was okay. So it made the adjustment really easy. And people are like, why do you do that? Like, I had a coworker who was like, I get to wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm here by 7, and I'm like, I got things to do, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I got shit to do.
I got shit to do.
Well,
I'm a
what was
busy
your
woman.
first opportunity at a mine? You came to school here at U of A.
Yes.
Got in the mining program.
Yes.
But what was your first offer, or how did you even get that afforded to you?
So I got my offer here because I was the only mining student who applied.
Oh,
Really?
Yes. So surprisingly, we had a lot of master students who only had maybe like a year left. And so they didn't, it's kind of hard to train somebody in such a big, you have such big shoes to fill.
sure.
It's kind of hard to train somebody and then train another person 6 months later. And so I got my offer and I started right away with no prior experience of working in a mine. And I think that's kind of what saved me. When I had my first internship, I was actually at Mine Exchange in Denver in 2025, and I ran into someone from Capstone Copper, and I had applied in November, hadn't heard anything back, and then he ran into me, and he remembered my resume. So I used to be the captain for the hockey team in Tucson, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're the hockey player. My boss plays hockey." And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." And he's like, "Yeah, your resume was so neat and like so easy to read." And I'm like, so nervous now every time I submit a new resume to anywhere. I'm like, it has to be up to that level then. Like if that,
Are
my
you
first
ChatGPT in it?
So I'm a hater. I'm a chat hater. Actually, I am such a big chat hater. I like to do things on my own.
Yeah.
Every essay I write, every assignment I do is all Mia.
It's all authentic.
It is.
Which is uncommon.
Yes.
that?
I mean, I wish there were easier ways that I could just like calculate something in my brain, doing a math problem. Like, no, I try and work it out.
Dude, how great. I wish I had half this energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
So what was, you got your first internship.
I did.
And for the audience, you had zero experience.
Except for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you worked at the San Javier lab.
Yeah.
You applied for this, I don't want to say sponsorship.
Safety manager.
Yeah.
No, I want to say at Capstone Copper for
Yeah.
her internship.
Oh.
What was your first experience on the mine? And like, maybe try painting the picture for the audience out there of your first experience as a young woman on the mine site.
Yeah. Very hot. I will say open pit, copper, in Arizona, hottest I think, and I've lived here my entire life, hottest I think I've ever experienced.
What'd you think of the haul trucks? Like,
Oh my God, I love them.
yeah?
Oh my God, I love trucks. It's like my train obsession that I had as a kid is translated into like mining trucks, but specifically haul trucks.
No kidding.
I love haul trucks.
What's your favorite haul truck?
Gotta be the Cat 93F.
Dude, she even knows the model numbers.
I do. So
Did you drive one?
I did.
Oh.
That's why it's my favorite. Komatsu, I like their underground equipment. I'm a big fan of the WX7. That one's my favorite.
Heck yeah. So you're even running muckers now.
They won't let me touch it yet.
They will.
But I've done a lot of walkarounds.
Yeah. I've sat in and I've got a couple pictures of it,
Heck yeah. So do you have friends outside of the mining industry that you've got to help the industry educate these people?
Yeah, so I, my first year of college, I lived in the dorm. I am Velcro kid. So my mom was like, "I love you, but you got to move out." My first experience in the dorm, a couple doors down from me, her name is Whitley. She's actually here today watching me. And I just kind of instantly clicked with her. I kind of never really had friends like outside of like hockey. And so it was really interesting to be like, wow, like somebody is friends with me because they want to be friends with me, not because we play the same sport kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I hang out with her and one of our other best friends every Wednesday. We go line dancing.
Cool.
We do this, we do that. But surprisingly, we're both really good friends before. But last year when we went to England, we needed 2 more girls on the mucking team. And I asked her and a roommate, I said, "It's a free trip to England.
Nice.
You want it?" And they did it. And they are still competing. Her roommate's still competing with us. And then her other roommate, who I'm also friends with, I caught her line dancing. She was in a good mood. And I said, "Sophia, I need another woman on the mucking team. Do you want to be on it? And she goes, I guess why not? I've heard too much about it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. How many libations were they in when you asked?
I must have caught in a really good mood.
No, that's good. I mean,
But you're influencing the industry and influencing people to
I
get
am.
into this.
And a lot of people, like, when I actually tell them what I do, they're like, I kind of just thought mining was you just kind of go digging with a pickaxe. I'm like, no, I work on the computer a lot. There's a lot more that goes into it. It's so many moving parts that people don't know about. I'm like, we just don't dig it up and there's the metal just in the block.
Yeah.
Like, it goes through mineral processing, it does this, it does that. It's got to get hauled. It's got to, and they're like, wow, I would have never guessed.
Do you have anything to show them? Like, here, pull up YouTube or look at this. Anything that like your go-to? Yeah.
I definitely. So I'm a rock carrier. I normally always have a rock in my pocket, but I show them.
That's Dad every day.
Yes, I have one in every backpack, every purse, and I'll show them. And there's one that I have in my backpack that has like a really cool quartz vein in it, and it's got some copper specks and it's got some pyrite specks in it. And I pull it out, and they're like, wow, it doesn't just come out in a big chunk. And I'm like, no, like, and then I had the opportunity to work and drill and blast at Capstone. Coolest experience ever.
That's the best job on the mine site.
Oh, my God. And so they let me set off a really big shot, and they took a video of me doing it. And so that's what I show them. Like, this is, like, just a little part of it. Like, it had to be planned. It had to be drilled. It had to be filled.
Timed.
Yeah. It's perfect. Like, everything has to be perfect in that moment. And I show them that video, and they're like, whoa, like, that is so cool. And I think they also kind of laugh because I'm, like, so giddy that I'm, like, shaking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, the industry needs people like you.
Yes.
This is super cool to hear, yeah.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you got some kids that can just go through college to get their engineering degree, and, they come out and they expect to be the boss, right?
Yeah.
But for you, it's about the full experience.
I want that full experience. I even take I'm not picky when it comes to my intern applying. Like, definitely when I get a couple offers, I kind of have to sit and I have to think about it. But I apply everywhere. I apply for geotech. I apply, for health and safety, because truly, like, when you walk on a mine site, it's not just the engineers and it's not just the haul truck drivers.
Yeah. It encompasses so much more, and every department feeds into each other.
100%.
So maybe I missed this, but what are you going to go to school for? Or what are you going to school for, rather?
Mining.
Mining. So is anything specific in mining so far?
Unfortunately, we don't have super big explosives.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten to learn that just with experience. But definitely operations.
Okay.
There's just so many. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
There's so many moving parts to it. There's so many planning things.
There's so many people that have to do the right thing
100%.
every shift to make it happen.
Because of one wrong thing, and then your entire plan is foiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a shovel hand that wants to move over into waste because the haul's shorter, and it's like, we're going to get more tons this shift. It's like, well, that's not the plan here.
When I was working at Capstone, I did a little bit in short range planning, and I was on MineStar, and I was watching the shovel operator go past my temp toe. And let me tell you, I rolled my chair over, grabbed a walkie-talkie, because he was far in there too. I grabbed a walkie-talkie. I knew what truck he was on. I asked my boss. He said, "Go for it, girlfriend."
Yes.
Go for it. And I was like, do you have MineStar up on your shovel? Are you looking at MineStar? And he's like, yeah, I have it up. And I'm like, then why are you so far into my temp toe? Let's
what
get
was the
out
response?
of it. He goes, oh, I thought it was farther in. And I'm like, look on MineStar, big dog. Like, there's 2 lines.
Come on, big dog.
There's 2 big lines. I even made you 2 lines, and you still went so far past those 2 lines. I gave you 2 chances.
Hey, it takes too much effort to move the shovel, okay?
And he was like, I was just kind of in the zone. I was like, that's a safety hazard, my friend. Don't listen to some of that good time radio. Like, keep the energy up.
Yeah, listen to Mining Minds, man. They talk about this all the time.
I was like, I know you got radio, and I know you got Bluetooth in there. Listen to something. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I watched him on MineStar just move out, and he was very careful the rest of...
Killed his load.
When you were there, he was like, okay, she's here. I can't do this again.
So, surprisingly, I wasn't anticipating to make as many friends as I did in, like, mine ops. So I was the only female in my office. So they had to turn one of the bathrooms into a janitor's closet. Like the one of the janitor's closet, they turned into a bathroom. You could still see the little spigot in it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You're like, I am special.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I walked in like I was the tallest man in the room.
Good.
They let me in so many meetings that I honestly probably didn't have a place in. But genuinely, I learned the most in those meetings with mine ops, with mineral processing, with even tailings. So, I mean...
Well, you're getting firsthand experience of straight out of the ground and how it affects every other piece of the organization to where when you get into the application in the school setting, 100%. You're dialed.
Yes. So moving from my first internship to school was a really interesting shift because I was like, well, I know this. Like, I know how to do it. I know how to do it on the computer. I know how to use these programs already. You're teaching me again, And I'm like, I took a class with one of the softwares, but I already knew how to use it. And so I had to take it. And I'm like, well, I already know how to do this, that, and the other thing, and I'll change the color, and let me change my toggles on my mouse real quick.
You called Rocco and asked for another shift?
Yes. Bless that man's heart. He puts up with a lot of me.
That's good. But
I was just going to say, going into that operations group, you've also you changed their perspective of what they're doing by putting a female dry in there, a female locker room, but you've also set the standard for anybody else that would come behind you.
Yes.
So that is a cool thing to do too. You're opening doors where doors weren't maybe open before.
Yeah, because it was really interesting, my experience first starting at Capstone. The guy who hired me and who was going to be my boss left a month before. And so the other, who ended up being like my big boss, was on maternity leave too.
Oh.
Or paternity leave. And so it was me and, bless this man's heart, both of them actually, Mark and Tom, a little chatty North Dakotan. And Mark, I called him Mark LaPlan instead of his actual name. And they had no obligation to take me under their wing, but they did. I mean, so much so, what I learned goes to them, truly. I mean, I learned everything from writing an AFE to blowing shit up.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's a big scope if you're looking at the two different...
Yeah. I mean, they asked me, they're like, what do you want to do? I want to make sure we at least get to something that you want to do. And I said, I want to do everything. And I got asked once, what do you want to learn? And just whatever you have to teach me, I'm more than happy.
That is a very good lesson for every kid that goes into the workforce regardless, but in the mining industry specific, be open. I mean, the opportunities in the mining industry are just crazy.
Yes.
But I will say this, you've got 3 different things that you're creating opportunities for.
100%.
I mean, sounds like you could own Rocco's at some point.
Oh, that's such a... He is... Rocco does so much behind the scenes that I don't know if I could own my own restaurant. How he does it, and he still... That's what I kind of admire about him is he doesn't take him owning, and he owns a very successful restaurant that is very busy every day. He still works in the kitchen.
Oh, cool.
He'll still go back there when it's busy, when it's a slow day, even on a Saturday night. He was there Sunday morning when I was there, and he works in the kitchen.
Well, it sounds like he takes care of you, though. Almost like he's taking you under his wing.
He takes care of everyone so well. I mean, all the managers do. Again, coming from a very corporate grocery store, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to be very just you just follow the rules, you do what you do, that's the end of story. No. One of my managers, the morning manager, will text me, check how I'm doing. I shoved my finger in between 2 pieces of metal the other day, and I'm fine. I mean, I've smashed my hand with a jackleg before, so I got no fear. But she texted me. She's like, hey, I just want to check how you're doing. So, and I, again, coming from a grocery store, they would never do that.
Sure.
Never. Rocco definitely takes care of his employees so well. There's people who've worked there for 15 years too.
Yeah, that's super cool establishment, or I'll say culture.
100%.
Because the mining industry, you're going to see different cultures as you go through your career.
100%.
But it sounds like the Capstone project gave you opportunity and showed you that they've got an open culture to progress their people.
100%. I mean, even just like sitting in on meetings, even when we had mine ops in there and, you know, we had mineral processing and all of technical services, I would be the only female in there. But you would expect that they wouldn't listen as much. Sometimes I think they listen to me more.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, we went down to the family days. There's some good people there.
100%. I would definitely, it kind of broke my heart a little bit to tell them that I wasn't coming back this summer. Yeah.
So what are your goals this summer? Like, if you could go anywhere in the world that you could apply for, where would it be?
So, I mean, I think I'm fulfilling one of my dreams. I'm going to Fairbanks, Alaska to go work for the Pogo mine.
Yeah.
I feel like I would take a jump and I would go to Grasberg, Indonesia.
Ooh.
So you've been doing some research. Because most kids would be like, yeah, if I live in Nevada, I want to go to Arizona or Nevada. I'll work at a mine and get paid what I get paid and be with my friends.
You know, I just want to get my hands dirty.
What attracts you to those locations? What is
there? You hear so little about it. Like, you got to dig deep.
Grasberg is huge.
But Grasberg is ginormous. And, like, people who I've heard so many, you know, past experiences at Grasberg, positive and negative. But, you know, if I really wanted to live in a mining town, I guess I could just go to Morenci. But I want that experience from, like, I am in a mining town, and that's all we're really here for.
Yeah.
Because I'm very intrigued on how is, like you said, the culture of that. What's the culture of that compared to little Tucson, Arizona?
Sure.
Yeah, well, I'd say it gets littler than Tucson, Arizona for sure. Grover and I grew up like 110 miles north of Las Vegas in a little tiny town called Beatty, and there was only 4,000 people there, you know.
Yeah.
But I would say the culture and learning how to talk to people and,
100%.
You know, understanding that everybody in the industry is connected at, you know, some level.
What's your most challenging part of the mining industry?
If I'm going to be honest, I am going to say myself. I tend to psych myself out a lot. I tend to get a little bit of an imposter syndrome. I'm like, it's really hard. I mean, I've been kind of used to it. I played on a boys hockey team, but just kind of, am I really doing the right thing? Like, am I actually supposed to be here? Because you'll see those guys, and they're humongous. They're like 6'2", probably 250 pounds, and I'm, you know, 5'3" in here.
Right.
You know, I might not have the stature, but I try and make sure that my voice is bigger than my height.
Yeah. Little Tasmanian devil.
Exactly. And I did that same thing in hockey. You know, I played with a lot of really big kids, and they'll get you. Oh, they hit hard.
So do you still play hockey?
I did. Another really funny story. I got hip surgery. I had a partial hip replacement.
Oh.
At 20 years old. So as of right now.
How? Why? Like
hockey.
Oh, really?
Hockey and my genetic pool. There's some weak spots in the genetic pool. So me and my brothers actually all have the same thing. Where it's our bones, the tissue in our bones is really soft. And we're very hypermobile, and in turn it like grinds our bones together once the tissue wears down. So
all those years of skating, rumping into each other.
Yeah, it'll do it to you. And I was not. I would definitely. It's very, very interesting when people are like, "You're a very different person when you have skates on your feet and a stick in your hand compared to like just sitting down and talking to you." I was mean.
Well, it sounds to me like you started out in the mining industry like that. It's like, hey, shovel hand, 625.
I was so pissed at him because that was my first one too. I was so proud of it.
Hey, those are almost instant respect type of things because most people wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're too. That's the imposter syndrome. Like, oh, I should, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
But for good on you for stepping up and going, hey, you know, I got to take control. This is my job, and I've got to watch this out. You know. stand and watch is the right thing to do.
And even my dad was not small. He was very tall. He was very big. He filled kind of the room, but he also made sure that he was able to fill his room, whatever room he was in, with his personality, and kind of be the voice of reason. And so I try and do that too. You know, I might not fill a room space-wise, but I can fill a room with my knowledge.
Everybody knows you're there.
Exactly.
So I got a question about your brothers.
Go for it.
If let's say an opportunity to go to Grassberg becomes available, how are you going to leave those little dudes?
So it was really hard actually leaving them just home, and I live 5 minutes down the street. But even when I moved up to Superior for the summer, I called them every day. I called my mom. I still do to this day. I call my mom, and normally, so my younger brother plays hockey too. He's a little bit better than I am. I'm going to take some of the credit. I taught him how to skate.
There you go.
So he plays for a team up in Phoenix, and bless my mom's heart for driving him up there multiple times a week after work.
Ooh.
And so they'll be in the car with her, and we'll just chat.
Heck
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but even when they travel for long times, like in tournaments and things, we'll FaceTime. I mean, I think it would break my heart, and I'd want to come home, but I kind of want my brothers to think I'm cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, they know you're cool. What does Mom think about maybe some of these opportunities that you're searching for?
She loves it. Again, she always jokes that she was never concerned of me sneaking out as a young teenager, because she knows I would come right back home apologizing, crying, and laying in her bed.
Well, that's good, because it sounds like you had a very special relationship with your mother, too.
Yes. I am so fortunate to have such a close relationship with both my mom and my dad. They were always been my best friends and always will be my best friends. So my mom is very open to me exploring. I always make the joke where she wants me to be rebellious. Because, on the ice I have a big mouth, but at home I just kind of want to hang out with her.
That's cool. Have you ever been punched in the mouth at a hockey game?
Yes.
Yes.
Got all
punch
your
in the
teeth,
nose.
though.
I do. But I actually got in really big trouble once. There was this kid, he was poking at me. We used to wear these big old cages, and when I grew up I was able to wear one of those visors, but he was grabbing my cage and he was shaking my head, and he started to pull down, and so I took my stick and I wound that thing up. And let me tell you, that little fucking shithead.
Where'd you hit him?
Right in the head.
Oh, yeah.
Shamefully so, I was a cup checker.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Yeah.
I was a cup checker. If you start pushing me, I would check if you got a cup on.
Nice.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to play fair, right?
Oh no. I'm like, if you want to pick on me because I'm little, you're gonna we're gonna hang out.
They're going to stay away from you.
Yeah.
Play with the pit bull, you might get bit.
So
Exactly.
I've got a question about the future of mining.
Go for it.
From your perspective, I mean, here at the University of Arizona,
Yeah.
they teach you, and the mining games are a lot of the historical ways that we mined.
100%.
What does the future of mining look like to you?
Well, we're definitely going autonomous, which in turn I do believe is safer because you don't have someone in a truck, but I feel like it takes away from kind of the fun in mining. Like, I want to be in the truck. I want to drive the truck. I don't want to drive the truck from a control center.
So how do you find people to go? Hey, I want you to be in this haul truck with me.
A lot of luck.
Yeah, because really it's tough. I mean, University of Arizona, you can walk around the campus and you might have some
100%.
kids that don't even understand what mining is.
100%. Again, I was talking to one of our teammates. One of her friends came out, and she told me, she's like, this is so cool. Genuinely, I only thought that mining was you just were gonna dig with a pickaxe.
Cool.
That is wild to me still.
Yeah, I mean, look it up. Look up the big trucks. We got cool shit to show.
So I got a question from the next generation standpoint. You guys are coming into mining.
Yeah.
What are some things that as if you're talking to an audience that has never seen mining, talked to mining, or know mining, what are some things that you would tell them this isn't what it's like, or it's different than your perception?
A lot of people think that we are horrible environmentalists. But even just working at Capstone, like, they have that whole department, and they make sure that, like, nothing gets by. And a lot of people, and it's always the people who drive electric cars.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, where do you think that came from?
That's what I say. They're like, you just kind of, you just hate the environment. You're just blowing up the earth. And I'm like, well, there's a giant lithium battery sitting in your car that came from blowing up the earth.
Yeah.
And
give me your phone.
Literally. No, it's exactly. Like, a lot of people don't have a positive perspective on mining because all that's ever really told is we're just blowing shit up. I mean, we are blowing shit up, but we're doing it the right way.
Yeah, responsibly.
100%. Like, we're not just blowing willy-nilly.
And it's like, hey, look at this video. This is how
100%.
cool it is. And then it's
100%.
like, I think those show-stopping moments to where people actually get to visually see what it's
100%.
like, then they go, oh.
Yeah.
That's when you can capture the attention to educate.
100%. I mean, even when people are like, oh, it's so cool that you're into mining, like, what do you do? You know? And honestly, you kind of do everything no matter the department that you're in. You plan, you time, you schedule, you make sure everything is safe.
And there's so much support around just a singular mine from
100%.
OEMs and just different vendors that you don't even have to work in the mine.
100%.
You can work around the mine as a support system.
Yeah.
And I just don't think people understand that it's not just about the rock. It's
100%.
about the whole ecosystem.
I even gave a recommendation to one of my buddies who works for the hockey team with me. He's a mechanic, and he and I were talking about kind of the fall in demand of mechanics because of electric cars. And so it's hard to get into, like, being the mechanic for the electric cars. And he's like, I learned on diesel engines. Like, I learned on diesel and gas. I don't know how to fix an electric car. I know how to fix a diesel. And I told him, I said, why don't you look into Empire Cat jobs and go be a mechanic that drives in on mine sites?
Yeah.
And he goes, I would have never thought of that.
Good on you.
Yeah. Opening that idea, opening those thought processes.
Yeah.
I think I know your answer, but what is your favorite part of mining?
Explosives.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to, I was curious.
You don't like the people right now, do you?
Well, speaking of the people, so the next generation's coming through. You guys are coming through. What do you foresee that looking like when you're sitting here?
How are you planning on leaving a legacy?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Definitely, it's definitely different than the legacy that was left for us. Mainly with the switch of kind of moving more autonomous and moving more kind of computer-based. And I think if I could tell a future miner, mining engineer, mineral process engineer, anything, get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Get those hands dirty, because that's where you learn the best. Like, yeah, sure, you can sit in an office and you can learn how to control the truck from a remote control, but get and ride in that truck.
Good on you for learning that early, because over the 220 podcasts that we've put out, all of these successful managers, CEOs, and just even if they're just a full-time operator, that is what they always go back to. You got to be at the face. You got to be where the work is at, and because that's where the impact is.
100%. And even like my goal before I were to ever go into an office or contractor or whatever, I want to work underground and I want to work in the pit, because just knowing how the pit works when you're actually working in the pit or you're working underground and you're at that face, compared to I just graduated the college degree, I'm just going to go sit at a desk and tell people what to do. The difference is insane. It's just like, wow, you actually know what I'm doing.
Well, I think it gives you an opportunity to get with the operators, the guys that have the 10, 15, 20 years experience, that are going to give you tidbits that are going to help you along even further, because now you're really matching application to plan.
100%.
And you're getting the respect because you're talking to the people.
100%.
I mean, you've got a recipe for success. So I would say keep going, girl.
I'm trying.
Well, I do got to ask, when you're not working 3 jobs, when you've, I imagine you're going to come out of this university with some kind of degree or a couple maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
But what does that look like for you? I mean, because now I imagine one job versus the 3 you're running with right now. How do you slow down? I don't see you slowing down.
I'm a really big reader.
Okay.
And so reading is kind of my nice little break before I go to bed, and it's kind of the decompressor. And I've always done that. I am always kind of a go kind of gal. And so I have considered taking like even just a summer off, but my concern is what if I miss an opportunity? And so I think postgraduate, I might go get my master's. Who knows? It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scholarships for people like you.
I know.
You can also probably go work for a company that would help support that as well.
That's the plan. But I have a friend who is actually working up at the Pogo mine right now, and they put him in the pit, and they put him in the pit, and they put him underground, and they have him drive the trucks first for a year before they ever put him in an office. And I want that kind of job. Like, I want the kind of job where you, like, are out in the middle of nowhere. They house you. There's a dining hall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
They serve good food up there,
Fly
too.
in, fly out type deal.
100%. I don't really know why, except for I just want to get my hands dirty.
Yeah. Well, you want to have that experience because at some point you're going to be at a different level, and those
100%.
experiences won't be able maybe to be afforded to you as much as they are now.
100%.
It's great, like, forethought to have, or like, it's a great outlook to have.
Well, I would say with the more you get your hands dirty, the more of those stories that Dad used to tell you are going to come back, and they're going to make sense, and it's all going to come together.
Maybe in 10 years I will find you guys again, and I'll have a really good shower story.
We better
for you.
Yes,
yeah.
well, yeah. Well, you caught me off guard there, but yeah, unfortunately, we're not able to walk through the shower stories today, but we'll get there, and hopefully it's before 10 years.
Well, and I'll
Hopefully.
say here, just from our perspective, we have the opportunity to sit down with somebody like you, but we're learning shit all the time. It's like, I didn't
never
know
stop.
that. Yeah, and mining is like that. So for
Yeah.
anybody who's an avid learner, you could learn the rest of your life and still not know a damn thing.
Well, I think
100%.
just going through Mia's story, it's another testament to go, if you're a good person, you work hard, you apply yourself, opportunities are already happening, and you are so new in your career or
100%.
what could be a career for you.
Yeah.
How does the mining industry take care of the new generation?
Definitely there's always someone who will take you under their wing, and you want to be best fucking friends with that person. Because it's always the person who's like been in when shit's hit the fan kind of thing. Like, I feel like they wouldn't help the stupid little intern unless they had seen shit.
Sure.
And so also you just got to talk to people kind of thing. Like, I have a really hard time, like, very nervous. I'm a very anxious individual when it comes to meeting people for the first time. Even with you guys, like, I had you guys eyed down yesterday.
Were you stalking us?
Oh, no, I just, everywhere I looked, you're there, and I'm like, I need to go up and talk to them. I need to go up and talk to them. And I couldn't until you came up to me with the water bottle. And I was like, now is my shot.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I was going to say the same thing.
100% glad.
If we wouldn't have been able to capture this story, I would have been bummed.
Well, it'd be nice to be able to, keep this story going,
Yes.
year over year and find out where you're at, what
Yeah.
you're doing. And even if you're looking for opportunities and we can help, just know that we're here to be able to help do that.
Support the shit out of that.
I feel really special right now. Like,
I'm going to start looking at all my buddies for Grassberg.
Well, there's a handful I was thinking of. I do want to, before we get out of here, I do want to ask, so you're safety manager, but you're safety manager over this competition right now. What does that entail?
Well, it wasn't supposed to entail a podcast, but we're doing it. Just another third job.
So I am fortunate enough where my lovely boyfriend Dirk,
Oh.
I heard you
I
guys.
was going to ask about boyfriends. I didn't know he was your boyfriend.
Yes, he is. I am one lucky lady.
He's got to keep up.
I think I keep him on his toes.
With
Good.
3 jobs, man.
That's right.
He's like, go to
And
work.
line
I'll be
dancing
here.
on Wednesday.
Oh, I tried to convince him to go out, and he's not for it.
He's not a line dancer.
Not a line dancer.
gotta
Good
draw a
on
line
him. Good
somewhere.
job, Dirk.
You got to draw the line.
So we actually made a deal that after I finished PT after my hip surgery, that he would learn how to swing dance with me, and he's upheld it to this
Oh,
point.
good for him.
But yeah, I'm fortunate enough where he is also running this event. And so I think it's been nice for the both of us to kind of be like, oh, hey, like, I don't have to go lengths to reach you to ask you a question. Like, I can just send you a quick little text, or like, I don't have to wait for an email response. Like, even this morning, I called and I'm like, hey, pal, what are we doing? So it's been really nice, and the communication's a lot easier. But I mean, the mining games are honestly such a dangerous but yet so fun event where something is bound to happen. So being able to kind of plan ahead, I mean, is so useful. And also someone who's been in kind of that situation herself, it's always really funny because like the safety manager is like the safety hazard.
Sure.
I've smashed so many fingers with the hammer. I've broken so many. I've smashed my hand with the jack leg. I've, gotten some
Now
pretty
it's
good
your job
cuts.
to make sure that doesn't happen to everybody else.
It's scary, let me tell you. But honestly, there are times where like that's kind of just the fun of the game. It's the same thing with hockey. Like I was like, wow, you got concussions and you broke this and you broke that, and I'm like, it's you know that going into it. You don't go into it being like, oh, this is just
Well, and I always say
Yeah, I didn't
life
come
is,
play this game about getting punched in the face.
I always say life is dangerous. Life is risky. We mitigate those risks.
Yep.
And,
100%.
and by definition, mitigate means lessen. Doesn't
Yes.
mean that they won't happen.
Yeah.
It just means that we're going to make sure we can try to prevent it as much as possible.
like I can't fully prevent that someone's not gonna cut themselves with a saw, but by goddamn, I'm gonna make sure that there's EMS on site
Right.
to be able to help them when they do and if they do. I
Got
mean,
4 stages to cut 5 gloves.
exactly. I mean, that's all. Again, like you said, it's all part of life. I think the thing that I carry with me most from my dad. There's actually 2 things. There's one, he always would say, life is like a shit sandwich. The more bread you got, the less shit you taste. And bread doesn't always have to be money. It's nice, but
Nice. I like that.
but bread is the experience and the opportunity. And the more experience and the opportunity you have, the less shit you're going to taste when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Another one that I always try and remember is from an old TV show. I don't know if you ever watched The Imagination Movers.
I didn't
But it was an
That's
old
past my time.
it was an old playground Disney.
really date yourself, Mia.
Yeah, it was an old playground Disney TV show, and they had this like motto before they like solved their issue. It was reach high, think big, work hard, have fun. And so every day, I reach high, I think big, I work hard, but I also have fun.
Heck yeah.
That is way badass. I mean, out of a cartoon, to pull that out, you know what I mean? But to live it, I mean, our industry provides that to people like you.
100%.
And if you stay on that path, just make sure Dirk keeps line dancing, and we'll be good to go.
Well-
He's a little loose on his feet. I gotta make sure he kind of steps on my toes.
Got to tighten it up a little bit.
Exactly. I'm like,
He's got big feet.
Well, Dee, before we get out of here, man, anything else?
I am so glad that you reached out to even
Thank
say
you.
hi, and
Thank you.
and I'm very thankful for you to come and sit down with us and tell us your story.
Dirk told me that you guys might be interviewing students, and as a joke, I said, put me on the mic. let me speak my truth.
Well, I'm glad you did.
And I was so surprised when you offered, and I literally went to bed last night giddy.
Hey,
I'm so excited.
Well, thank you. That's very cool. I'm going to say, echo exactly what Dino said. Thank you for coming on, coming up to us, having a conversation.
Thank
But
you for
most
inviting me.
importantly, I'm excited that we have somebody like yourself for the future of mining.
I
You're
really
going to drive
appreciate
that
it.
next generation, and that's good to know that somebody like you is going to be there.
I appreciate it. Well, it's easy because I have guys like you who I can listen to on my way home and my way here. who are willing to reach out, and I even learned so much from your podcast just from you being able to talk to other people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I will tell you, the offer is extended. As you walk through your career, never lose our contact.
Please.
You are more than welcome.
Gotta get that LinkedIn connection going.
Yeah, we'll get you a couple phone numbers. But I mean, for you to be able to reach out, and whether it's questions or opportunities or anything, it's there.
I so appreciate it. Words can't describe how much I appreciate it.
And if nobody else has said it, like, you're killing it.
Absolutely.
Like
Thank
you
you so
need
much.
to reflect in imposter syndrome. You can throw that out because you're killing it, dude.
I really appreciate
You're hustling
it.
out there. So,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here. You guys can check us out, miningminesllc.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, MySpace.
See,
I had
I'm a little
to
too young for that.
I know. I figured
Yeah,
you
he's
were.
I know what it is, though. Don't
I'm
worry.
trying to bring it back. Could you make it cool? Or
You
what?
should. Forget Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
It should be Mindspace.
Oh,
Dude, there you go. Mining Minds logo.
Yeah.
Yes. Do it.
Idea generation. I love it.
We gave it away. All right, guys. Adios.
Peace.
Yeah. This one's for the crews underground, for the haul truck drivers, the welders, the crushers, for the ones who make the world turn while nobody's looking. Mine and mine, let's dig in. Yeah, From the pit to the plant where the iron sparks fly, we talk grit, talk grind under that big sky. Dino and Grover got the mic turned high, breaking down stories money just can't buy. From the driller to the tech with the night shift eyes, we shine that light where the truth resides. Talk safety, talk struggle, talk pride inside. Man, it's the heartbeat where the people thrive. For Mining Minds, we dig a little deeper. Stories from the soul, not a corporate speaker. Human element is the real truth seeker. Every week we rise, podcast speaker. For Mining Minds, we dig a little deeper. Stories from the soul, not a corporate speaker. Human element is the real truth seeker. Every week we rise, podcast speaker. Yeah, copper, gold, silver, coal, you name it. We break down the process, the blood that sustain it. Presumption flow, the culture, the cause. The ones who made it happen, never counting the loss. We the Joe Rogan of the rock and the dust. Talking tough love, respect and trust. From the whole road climbs to the mill line hum. We bring the stories where the real ones come. Mining Minds, we dig a little deeper. Stories from the soul, not a corporate speaker. Human element, it's the real truth seeker. Every week we rise, podcast speaker. Mining Minds, we dig a little deeper. Stories from the soul, not a corporate speaker. Human element, it's the real truth seeker. Every week we rise, podcast speaker. This ain't no suit and tie talk. Nah, this the grease-stained boots on ground law. From hard times to the times they thrive. Mining Minds keep the culture alive. We salute the companies that back their crew, the ones that care and the ones that grew. From Nevada to Peru to the odds and minds, we link that world with the modest lines. Dino and Grover, yeah, they speak that truth. In a room full of miners, they the voice of proof. Plug in, tune up, and follow the signs. It's the sound of the industry. Mining Minds, we dig a little deeper. Stories from the soul, not a corporate speaker.